Let's get serious, Mr. Speaker. Sir, I'd like to contribute to the motion as well. Let me go back to 2004. I was flying back from Australia, Sydney, attending COAC course. Flew back into the country with Major Felipe Alferetti. He was CEO of FMIB then. During our conversation, he asked me about Verata beef scheme that the Honorable Andilita John Barabi had already mentioned. What's happening to the Verata beef scheme? We started the conversation from there. During Ratumara's days, when they established FMIB, FMIB was slaughtering around 20,000 animals in a year. When it came to 2004, when we had this conversation, it came as low as about 8,000 animals per year. They also had facility to process leather, in which we fermented the hide and then sent it across to Australia for the processing, but that has been closed as well, 2004. So the drop has started way, way back then. Mr. Speaker, sir, I totally agree with the Honorable Ngavoka and the other honorable members that we have a lot of potential. But I want to focus on the submission made by FMIB on how can we increase, because their business entirely depends on the number that they are able to slaughter, because they are a processing entity, just like Rail Rice, FSC. What they process is dependent on what's being produced. And that's where I want to focus my contribution on this motion, Mr. Speaker, sir. I wish to say, and I would urge all honorable members in the House today, if we can help in getting this message across to our people. The Honorable Leader of the Opposition, the Honorable Leader of SUDALPA always refers a lot to the elephant in the room. Development is partnership. And that development must not take away the element of self-reliance. Unfortunately, I would say and argue that government's efforts have not been matched by the level of commitment from our farmers. I'll say that again, Honorable Speaker, sir. Government's efforts, unfortunately, is not matched by a level of commitment from some of our farmers. If we are to take the industry forward, if we are to increase production, we have to have this strong partnership, and we must also have commitment from all the stakeholders. That's the way forward for Fiji. Land must be available, first and foremost. Then the breeding. Government has alluded to by the Honorable Minister. Drought Master is already here. Senapol, Wegu. These are the three main breeds additional to what we already have in existence. We've got the bow goat. We've got the new sheep breed that are already here. The breed, the nutrition, we have brought in legumes like mulatto and a few others. The testing has been done. I remember the testing that we had with one of the farmers, Mrs. Khan of Emuri, at Shangri-La, the chef who was specialist in meat testing. He even took the meat raw. And he said, this is first grade meat. So it can be done. Can be done. We have the right quality. We have the right breed. We also have the environment, but the commitment. It's that commitment that is lacking. And that's unfortunate. If we want to improve the output and the production, and of course, addressing, we can go without the imports. Definitely, Mr. Speaker, but we have to take that level of commitment seriously. Yalabo beef scheme, Verata beef scheme, Uluisevo beef scheme. Now we have revived Fijivillage, and hopefully if we can revisit this and talk to the farmers, that's our collective responsibility. The Ministry of Agriculture is more than willing. We have now new technologies. We started with artificial insemination. Now we have gone into new technology on embryo transfer, Mr. Speaker, sir. The technology is already here, and we have proven it successful. He is waiting to distribute these new breeds. But the level of commitment, and I would urge all honorable members of this House, if we go back, let's take this seriously, because this is good for the country and this is good for our people. It's good for everybody, so that we can take the industry forward, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, I would ask all of us, give the Ministry of Agriculture all the support that they did, and ensure that we share the same message, so that we can improve on the performance of FMIB. Potentials are there, Mr. Speaker, sir, and let's make it a reality, and let's raise production for the good and betterment of our farmers, our economy, and of course our food and nutrition security policy too. Thank you.
Thank the Honourable Minister for Defence for his contribution to the debate. I now give the floor to the Honourable Pio Tikondondua. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, I take this time to make a short contribution to